Today we're going to be looking at some custom Magic the Gathering cards. That's right, these are cards generated by users like you. We're going to start off with the Writhing Crown. It's a 4-mana 0/0 Pest Horror. Pest it be. When this creature dies, target creature becomes a copy of it and you lose 1 life. But it looks like it's going to die instantly. Like it's not going to live long at all. It's a 0/0 creature. When this creature dies, target creature becomes a copy of it. Isn't this just a weird board wipe? Because it has to target something. So it's basically a 4-mana board wipe, and everyone loses a life for each creature on the battlefield. I don't know what would change this unless there's like a humility in play. I guess you can interact with this board wipe in the sense that you can play dress down in response, so there'd be like it shouldn't be a trigger because it doesn't die with a trigger. It would just die by itself as a 0/0. So I guess it's just a damnation. It's effectively a damnation. Yeah, it's just effectively a damnation. For each creature that dies, everyone loses a life. For each creature that was on the battlefield, and there's no way around it. And you can interact with it a little bit. You can interact with it just a smidge. Okay, next up, which I think is totally fine. Interesting card. Oh no, you can interact with this card in a second way, because you could kill the thing in response. So when this creature dies, target creature becomes a copy of it and you lose 1 life. So in response, I just kill that creature. Oh, and then it just doesn't do anything at all. So it's actually very, very easy to interact with. We'd have that removal in your deck. If you don't have the removal in your deck, I guess your entire board is about to get wiped. I guess you could just start sniping off your opponent's creatures if they have any. Next up, by the way, we do have a bingo card, as we usually do. So you are, oh, I didn't make the bingo card big enough. So for everyone that likes to engage with the bingo card, here it is. We got a little bit of everything. We got super specific stuff, 2-hour streams, flavor wins, uncards, but you're responsible for finding them. And if you do find those uncards, then if you do find those bingo suggestions, for each bingo, we'll give a freebie to chat. Next up, we're going to look at the Hand of God. All right, this is a 6-mana instant. Tap the battlefield. It sounds like an uncard. Tap all cards on the battlefield. Tokens remain unaffected. Why would the tokens not get affected? Tap all card. Oh, I see. Shouldn't it just say tap all cards on the battlefield? That's it, instead of saying tap the battlefield? Because if it's like tap the battlefield, I assume it's like everything, including the tokens on the battlefield. I would say this is I want to say it's poorly described. Cards are not on the battlefield. Permanents are. Oh, is that the case? But if you say tap the battlefield, shouldn't that include all tokens? Shouldn't it just be like, yeah, tokens aren't cards technically? That's correct, but it says tap the battlefield. How else are you supposed to interpret that? Well, we're going to exclude tokens. I think it just should say tap all non-permanents on the battlefield. So I would say, the card it's in theory it's fine. The effect is fine, but I think the wording has a little bit more to be desired. Yeah, exactly, Toilet Duck. This is exactly how it would be worded by Wizards of the Coast. The reminder text doesn't really, in my opinion, doesn't match the tap the battlefield. Tap the battlefield seems a bit weird. Okay, we got a donation from Gunblade Knight. We got the Sword of Annex. Thank you very much for your donation, Gunblade Knight. So if you want to be part of the show, do what Gunblade Knight did. Went to my description, joined the Discord, submitted a card called Sword of Annex. Gave it the name Sword of Annex so I could look it up, or did you? Or maybe you just is it too fresh? Sword of Annex. Can't find it, actually. Where's your sword? Did you actually give it a name? It's not coming up. Where's Sword of Annex if Sword of anything is here? Double check it, Gunblade Knight, and then we'll take a look at it. But at the moment, I can't find it right now. We'll go back to the freebie section. It's technical difficulty without brackets. What do you mean with I honestly don't have brackets there. Sword of Annex. Let me try one more time. Sword. I'm not spelling it wrong. I just don't know what's going on here. And I'm in the custom. Is you submitted in the custom MTG cards section, right? Okay, I'm gonna move on. Maybe you have to resubmit it. I do not know. We'll figure it out before the end of today's show. Okay, next up we have the Lying Figure. This is a 3-mana 1/2 nightmare with flash and toxic. It's got confront 1. When this creature dies, an opponent may pay 1 life. If no one does, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a finality counter on it. What is confront 1? When this creature dies, an opponent may pay 1 life. If nobody does, return it to the battle. Also, okay, so it's like Undying, but under the clause that somebody has to like pay a life to make sure that when it dies, it dies. And if no one wants to pay that 1 life, which how frugal are you? You can't afford to pay 1 life, and then it's gone for forever. This card is like, it's a so-so card. It's a 3-mana 1/2 with toxic. It's got flash. Does toxic compound like infect? I think it's just like I think it's okay. I think it's okay. It's not the most crazy. Okay, hold on. Maybe I'll look up maybe a partial part of that card. Okay, let's look up. I have to find Sword of Annex. I'm gonna look up Annex or Sword of Feast and Famine, Sword of this, Sword of, how about I look up just Annex, comma. I don't see it. I don't see it. You have to repost it. I don't know what the deal is. I can't find it. Toxic has to be numbered, no? You know what? You could be true, because I can't remember how this mechanic works. It's supposed to be like Toxic 1, Toxic 2, and you get that many poison counters regardless of how much damage it does. I'm assuming maybe it's Toxic 0. It literally does 0 damage. They messed up because Toxic has to have a number after it. Okay, so you know what? It's Toxic nothing. So it's harmless. It's a perfectly fine card to have on this show. Okay, next up. We'll figure you out, Gunblade Knight, but I'm going to move on. Rakdos, playing around with some planar chaos ideas. Oh, sorry, this is 2 cards. We'll get to you in the after about 30 minutes. We'll move on to Marcio. Zlatan's Denial. Is this even enough money? How much is this? Because there's what is $2? R2 in USD. It's like what is this? Is this the South African Rand? It's like 12 cents. Zlatan's Denial uncard for the soccer fans. What is that? Okay, hold on. Zlatan's Denial. I can't even find this thing. Oh, you do have. You just posted it. Zlatan's Denial. What is this? 26 mana instant. Sign target permanent an opponent controls and return it to its owner's hand. Thank you very much. We have a meme card. Okay, next. Unfortunately, I don't know the soccer reference, so I can't indulge and be a part of it. We need a bingo card. Nikachu reads underpaid cards. Yeah, I'll read it for a flash of a second. It was like more of a meme than anything. No commentary necessary. But it was an uncard. It was an uncard. Let's get the uncard on the show. Basically. Go on, let's get our circle. Let's get another circle and get it to the uncard section. Next we have It Requires Googling. This is a 7-mana 5/5 Eldrazi. Banding, phasing, and flanking. I mostly know what banding and phasing does. I don't exactly know what flanking does, so I would have to require Google. Whenever that requires Google attacks, venture into the dungeon. Oh god. Then chaos ensues, and then regenerate for 3 mana. Now question is it broken? It's a 7-mana 5/5. Banding is no big deal. Phasing is bad because it's only gonna be able to attack every 2 turns. Only when it attacks, it ventures into the dungeon, not when it enters the battlefield. and also Chaos Ensues at that point. So you actually have 2 turns to try to kill it that requires Google. But it does have Regenerate for 3 colorless, which is above and beyond weird. Flanking gives it a -1/-1, gives a -1/-1 to a creature blocking it. Okay. Yeah, actual Chaos Ensues. Very real Chaos Ensues, if anything. Man at Center says, I just cannot get used to these times. I used to go to sleep with you. Well, you can still do that with the replays. You just wait for the replay. It comes out and you still go to sleep at the same hour. You see, with the replays, you can go to sleep whenever you want to go to sleep. Okay, next we do have another super chat. We have Epic Nate with Kale. Kale Ashen Warmonger. Kale. Okay, so my search is working. I can find cards. Okay, Kale Ashen Warmonger is a 4-mana 3/3 human warrior. When Kale deals combat damage to an opponent, choose 1. Return creature with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Kale deals that much damage to another target. Or each opponent chooses to sacrifice a creature or discard a card. So we do have to get in the red zone, attack the opponent, and then we can either return a small creature back from the graveyard back to the battlefield tapped. Do that much damage again. So it almost like double strike. This is a very interesting ability that we have over here. Kale deals that much damage to another target. So you smack for 3, and it's like you can either double strike it, or you could strike something else with the same amount of damage. I do not think I've ever seen an ability like that upon dealing damage to the opponent. And each opponent chooses to sacrifice a creature or discard a card. Interesting choice. They get to choose to discard or sack a creature. Hopefully it will always be not in their favor. Okay, very interesting card. Very unique a second ability. I would choose that ability over and over and over again. It would be my default. Winter's like, I love these times as a European. It's just afternoon right now. That's right. Wait, Chaos Ensues is a real mechanic? That is correct. Chaos Ensues is actually a real mechanic. Just ended up being sort of a meme on our AI shows. Okay, back to the freebie section. We got Spirit Guide. Not Simeon Spirit Guide, just Spirit Guide. It's a 3-mana 2/2. Exile Spirit Guide from your graveyard. Oh, from the graveyard to add a white mana. It sounds broken to me, actually. Oh, but you still have to get into the graveyard somehow. Maybe it's less broken. Maybe it's less broken than the regular guides, because you can just play them immediately from your hand. Otherwise, it's basically the same thing. It's just a 3-mana 2/2, but you exile it from graveyard instead of from your hand. I would say, okay, not broken. Not broken. Definitely, it's a worse Lotus Petal. You have to work for it. You got to play like Faithless Looting. You have to use some sort of discard outlets to put it into the graveyard. Yeah, way significantly more fair than a regular Spirit Guide, in my opinion. Rectus says, yeah, I've scrolled the last 6 days of card submissions and can't find that sword. Yeah, I have no idea what the sword is. Did you good question. Gunblade Knight, did you post it under the right place? You did post it in the Discord, right? Not on Custom Magic. I don't look up anything on Reddit anymore. Can't remember how old school you are, because I know you're a bit of an old school person. Oh, Saigon says it's a Nescafe morning. That is right. Got my own Nescafe over here. Turned into a wonderful smoothie. Get that coffee flowing through your veins. In the Discord? Okay, hold on. Well, yeah, we're not looking things up on Reddit anymore, because it's super jank. You have to be part of the Discord. I have instructions in the description. Okay, so we found our bottleneck. We found our problem. Gunblade Knight just hasn't been around for a little while. We have the 1996 Toyota Camry, but before we talk about that Toyota Camry, we're going to thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com. My favorite place to get my Magic the Gathering cards, and not to mention the Fusion Open March 21st and 22nd. The more I think about it, the more pumped I am to play in the free Standard event, because I'm going to play Merfolk. That is a deck that does not exist in Standard, never did. But I'm going to make it, because we have a bunch of new Merfolk cards that came out of Lorwyn Eclipsed. I got my I got most of my inventory ready. I don't know what, I haven't made my purchase yet because I'm still waiting to see exactly what I want to put in my deck. But I'll tell you what, when I buy all those cards, I'm going to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout because it gets me 5% off all my purchases, and also it supports the channel. So I support myself when I buy my own cards. But you can support me too by using that coupon code. You're going to buy cards anyway, so buy cards from FusionGamingOnline.com. Okay, the 1996 Toyota Camry it's a 1-mana 2/2 and it cruised for 1. This is pathetic. This is very, very sad. I don't even think this is like way below, I think, what most vehicles even are these days. I have nothing to say about it. I don't even know what the 1996 Toyota Camry is. I'm not really much of a driver. I'm a bus person. Looks like a very old card. Looks like it's from 1996. Majra is like, the ads are the bane of my existence, but I'm okay if it's me. Also, I hope I make it entertaining enough. Should be crew for 4. Is it a gas guzzler? Or do you need like 4 people to drive it? Fair, but the who care? Oh, under the who cares category. That is correct. Who cares? I don't know, for anyone who's nostalgic for the 1996 Toyota Camry. Oh, is this a flavor win? Is it? What makes it a flavor win? I don't get it. It's just that you need to crew 1 person. I mean, technically, it's like 1 person drives the damn thing. No, your super chat's right. Your super chat is still here. Don't worry, it hasn't disappeared. You're in line. Don't worry, I'm going to get to everybody's super chats. Okay, we'll say that it's a flavor win. And because it's a flavor win, it goes on the bingo card. We do have to fill up this bingo card. People love the bingo card. Flavor win. The 1996 Toyota Camry. And the next super chat in line is you, Rare Blue Skittles. What a coincidence. We got Destino, the Snail Shaman. Let's look up Destino. Oh, it's really a snail. Okay, 4 mana for a 2/2. Snail Shaman. It's got delay. What is delay? And tag green. After paying this card's mana cost, you cannot cast this card until your next turn. Okay, so it's like delayed by a turn. It's a slow casting of a card. You may pay this card's tag cost in addition to its mana cost. If you do, when this card is tapped for any reason, add mana that's the same as its tag cost. I would say this is a little confusing. I honestly don't get it. It's like, at first I was like, okay, you could pay its mana cost, then wait a turn for it to play it, and then maybe if you pay the tag cost, you get to play it immediately. So there's like some sort of a discount. But then you go on to, if you pay the tag cost when this card is tapped for any reason, add mana that's the same as its tag cost. So like if you like tap it off of like Springleaf Drum or something, you add mana. When this card enters, add a +1/+1 counter to this creature. If this card entered from the graveyard or exile, add 2 +1/+1 counters, and it gains haste. And pay 2 life, tap this card. Do you know what? I'll tell you one thing about this card. It is 100% legal. 100%. There's nothing particularly wrong with this thing. Is tag a new mechanic? I think it is. It's definitely original. No, I've never heard of it before. We have something like new mechanic, right? New custom keyword. New, I think it's the custom keyword. There we go. That's our mechanic-ish thing. It's a little busy. I think tag is it's a little much, but you know, after reading through it, it makes enough sense. Like I'm not too confused. I was confused at first. Delay is not suspend. Is the card ever exiled after you pay the mana cost? Apparently not. So after paying this card's mana cost, you cannot cast this card until your next turn. Oh yeah, so it needs to get exiled or something. If you pay the mana cost, it can't like be in your hand. So you could say after paying this card's mana cost, exile this card with a suspend counter on it or something, you may, and it gains suspend, you may pay this card's tag cost in addition to its mana cost. If you do, when this card is tapped for any reason, like, because if you pay the mana cost, you've cast the card. It's not that you cannot cast the card. You are casting the card by paying its mana cost. So a little bit of work there with your Destinu Snail Shaman. Got to figure it out in the rules. I would say if you use this tag thing, it should be like the delay is like if you pay its mana cost, it becomes suspended with a suspend counter on it. But if you pay the tag cost, then it just gets cast. Something to that effect. Back to the freebie section. We got Joe of Many Friends. I am not reading that. What the hell is here? So it's 1 mana for a 1/1 partner, legendary partner, partner friends forever, partner survivors, partner father and son, partner character select, partner with Elise Levenu, partner with Alpinod. Is this like, are these even real people? What a silly card. Yeah, Joe of Many Friends. If you're you're friends forever with a lot of people. Oh, well, look at that. It says you may have up to 53 commanders if Joe is one of them. Bring basically a whole deck of cards of commanders that you're friends forever with. Yeah, partner with everybody. Dimitri's like, well, damn, and I thought I was crazy. Well, you found there's always someone even crazier than you, Dimitri. But not on average. Just once in a while. That's how it works. Surefire Selves with Sanity Splitter. Let's take a look at Sanity Splitter. Gunblade Knight, did you repost your card? Is it here? Oh, you did! Okay, we'll take a look at your card a little bit later. Okay, Sanity Splitter. Steal their souls and leave behind a husk of their former selves. You got it. Okay, 4 mana. It is in artifact equipment. Whenever a non-token creature is dealt damage by equipped creature, exile it. You create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a 1/1 blue spirit with flying, in addition to its other colors and types. Its controller creates a black zombie creature token with Decayed. Why did they get a zombie? Its power is equal to that creature's power, and its toughness is equal to that creature's toughness. Oh, I guess the flavor is like, so you like, what, you stole their soul and now they're just a zombie at the end of the day? This card reminds me also a lot of Ghost Vacuum. Is it Ghost Vacuum? It's something like Ghost Vacuum. You exile creatures from the graveyard and then you get those creatures in the form of 1/1 spirits. I think this is a cool card. I think it's a perfectly cool card. What's interesting, this equipment doesn't add any like power and toughness. I guess maybe not every equipment needs to though. It doesn't need to. Yeah, the damage on it's like the sword steals the soul and leaves behind a husk. Leaves a husk behind. It leaves a zombie. Quite literally. Back to the freebie section. Sorry, Joe. You have too many friends for me. You must have an amazing Facebook. You must have like thousands of friends and an extended family on your Facebook. Surefire Selves like, do you know how much more text I'd have to add a power and toughness buff? I thought it's enchant. I thought it's like equipped creature gets +2/+2. That's it. Okay, we got Steve Cooper with the bingo card. Wordy card for Joe. Incredibly wordy. Maybe too wordy, in fact. If that doesn't qualify as a wordy card, I don't know what does. Okay, we have Penitent Martyr. This is a 2 mana 0/3 human cleric with Martyrdom. When this creature is dealt damage, you gain that much life. What? Okay, so it's like a weird life gain. It's the opposite of lifelink. It's like damage link. It should have been called damage link. When it gets dealt damage, it gains life. When Penitent Martyr dies, each opponent loses 1 life. So it gains life as we're blocking, and then I don't know, just sends 1 damage. Sucks a little bit of everybody's soul for 1 right before the end. Okay, let's get back to Gunblade Knight. Thank you very much for resubmitting your card, this time in the Discord. Gunblade Knight was just from the good old days when we used to look things up on Reddit, but we don't do that anymore. Sword of Annex. Mostly because the search function sucks. It sucks so much. Okay, the Sword of Annex Who is this fellow? It's a 3-mana equipment. Now, whenever this equipment becomes attached to a creature you control, you become the monarch. Feel like a king. When this equipment, is it literally like a crown? No, it's a sword. Okay, when this equipment is attached to a creature, assassins can't attack you. At the beginning of each combat, each opponent creates a 1/1 black assassin creature token with Death Touch. Whenever this, equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each creature your opponents control. That's a lot of power, and equipped for 4. So if your opponent has 20 creatures, this is like a 20/20. That is really neat. How has no one ever made a card like this before? Where, like, your creature gets buffed based on the number of creatures your opponents control. Or unless there is one and I've just never heard of it. I know, it's very interesting. Yeah, it could be wild. Is it still... It's still blockable, though, right? I mean, you are the monarch. And also, because you're the monarch, everyone's going to come after you. Now to see if anyone gets the ref... I do not know the reference. I have no idea who this is. This is, I don't know. Is it, like... Are these Romans? Are they Greeks? They sort of look Roman to me. The Sword of Annex. Not familiar with it. But the card is cool. The card is definitely cool. Sword of Damocles. That's not helping. I don't have a master's in Roman and Greek mythology. Or history, for that matter. Poor assassins cannot assassinate. No, not this guy. This guy has protection from assassins. Good morning, Ryan. Okay, back to the freebie section. Pretty cool card. It's going to be super big versus O-token decks. Okay, next up we have the Unveiled Bayou. It is a forest swamp, so it's literally just a bayou. When Unveiled Bayou enters, you may reveal your hand. If you don't, Unveiled Bayou enters tapped. Okay, this is a very interesting take on reprinting the reserve list cards, and I'm actually all for it. So it is a bayou with a downside in that you have to reveal exactly what's in your hand, which is not useless, because if you're over flooded, if you're mana screwed, your opponents can take massive advantage of that information. Ever heard of the phrase Sword of Damocles? It sounds familiar, but I don't know what it's about. Gunblade Knight says, it's a famous story where a king let someone be a king for a day and had a sword dangling from a slim string above his head to simulate assassins. Interesting. Never heard of it. But now, yeah, the Unveiled Bayou, I like it. Print the whole cycle. Let's get an Unveiled Tropical Island, Unveiled Volcanic Island, Unveiled Plateau. Let's make them all. I think actually Wizards should experiment with something like this. I don't think it would make anyone angry. It makes people really hyped up, and it is technically still a downside. Like, it's a severe downside. I would never want to show my opponent my hand, which would be catastrophic. It's like free peek. Free peek. But, like, whatever. It's a great way to save some money on my bayous. Next up, we got Torn Rav. We got Torn here. We got Footnote and these 2 cards? How much is this? DKK 70 in USD. What is this? Oh, it is 10. Okay, it was green, so I'll get you a little bit later. I'm trying to get the 1 card people right now. Usually, if it's 2 cards, and if the price is high enough, it turns yellow. This one was still green. Move on to damn draws. Picked clean. Like a good garage sale. Okay, pick clean is a double black enchantment. Let's zoom in on this thing. It's an enchantment. Whenever a non-token creature dies... create a black 1/1 skeleton creature token with this token can be put in the graveyard. What does that mean? Steve Cooper, it's a look at it card. Do we have look at it on the bingo card? Or is that more of an AI thing? No look at it here. Can Okay, what is this? This token can be put in the graveyard, and black return this token to the battlefield from the graveyard with a finality counter on it. This ability activates once per turn. This is very weird to phrase it like this. This token can be put in the graveyard. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, so you said, okay, so it's a token that physically will stay there. Oh, and you return the token. That's why. I thought this was an activated ability, like you can sacrifice it and put in the graveyard. No, this is a token. You want it such that if it dies, it goes to the graveyard and it can actually be brought back from the graveyard. The token doesn't disappear anymore like it normally would. So does that mean it counts as a card when it moves to the graveyard? Probably not. I would assume that it can go to the graveyard, but is a different card type when it is in the graveyard. It is only a token, not a card. Jeff says it violates token physics. Well, frankly, every card in the game violates something. Everything is violating some rule in this game. I had an idea a while ago about recurring tokens from the graveyard, and this was what happened. To be honest, this card is so unbelievably weak, but it's just a 1/1. It's literally one of those skeleton cards that can come back from the graveyard, which see no play. But the concept is there, and I think the concept is fine with me. It works. Wild Thought Process, a custom card that forces a permanent to be treated as a token until end of turn. New design space right there for all you token players that want, like, I guess treat non-tokens like they're tokens. Okay, we're going to take a look at more custom cards, especially all your favorite big ones. But we got to thank our other sponsor, Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards on Magic Online. Magic Online is the best place to play test any competitive format, even Commander. You can play Commander on there. You can play Standard, Pioneer, Modern, Legacy, one-on-one Commander, four-way Commander, CEDH, fan formats like Pre-Modern and Pauper. All at one place, Magic Online. But don't buy your cards. Rent them with Mana Traders so you can play every deck in every format and not worry about committing to anything. You can support the channel using coupon code Nikachu_BH2 for 40% cash back on your third month subscription. All right, we'll look at one more freebie from the freebie section. We got Haruta, Miraculous Saved. This is a 3-mana, 3/1 human sorcerer. Haruta enters with 6 shield counters on him. It's got haste. Also has technique. That's good technique over there. For 2 mana, Haruta fights target creature you don't control. Whenever Haruta attacks, you may activate his technique once for free. Huh? Oh, so when he attacks, we get to activate and basically attack something. So we get to fight something every single turn. But then it's gonna die. This thing has one toughness. All right, Haruta, it was nice knowing you. I guess you can kill a 0 power creature, I suppose. Bingo anime card. I wouldn't know. It's anime-like, but I don't know where it came from. Anime card, all right. Our first anime card of the day. Once per turn or once forever, like an exhaust counter. No, it's once per turn. Activates, oh, that's right. I actually interpret it as once per turn. Whenever Haruta attacks, you may activate his technique once for free. No, I think it's every turn. Yeah, you can do this. I don't expect Haruta to last for very long. He'll die horribly. The 6 shield counters eat the fight damage. Oh, that's right! Yeah, 6 shield counters. Okay, so you can fight like 6 things. This is like a cat with 9 lives, except it's 6 in this case. Christopher B says, something else for the bingo, relentless and unnecessary capitalization of anything that isn't a subtype. That's interesting. Okay, for anyone that likes to mess around with the bingo card, maybe consider Christopher B's suggestion. Nikachu, I absolutely misinterpreted this card. Where is it? 100%. Yeah, you got me. That almost should be the freebie. That almost should be the free space. I'll do that at least once per show, 100%. We don't even always get an It Dangers card. I guess the closest to It Dangers is this thing. This Joe of Many Friends is only a 1 mana 1/1 that pulls like every other card together. You basically have a million. You can have a million commanders at once. Oh yeah, that's under Learn Grammar. That's true. We have that all-encompassing thing. That me with the $1.52 YouTube is being dumb. No worries, just me paying for the time. All right, thank you very much, Dimitri. I see your. Oh, actually, where is it? Actually, where did it go? This is you. It wasn't even in my notifications. Thank you so much for your super chat, though. I really appreciate it. The Jill Redfield. How many accounts are you watching this off of? You only need one account, or maybe only one can pay. Surefire Self says, I think people are getting better at balancing their custom cards, and usually when something endangers, now it's intentionally endangered. You could be right. Pedgeman says, I forgot about the new time for the show. Don't worry about that. I am a bit busy. I'll tree to be back in 30 to 40 minutes. You better believe that the show will be around for then. Okay, now it's time to go for the bigger super chats. We'll start off with Raktus. With, what do we got here? Playing around with some planar chaos ideas. Completed Sarah Avatar and Gix Echo of the First. Okay, let's take a look at completed Sarah Avatar. Ta-da! What a beautiful card. This is a 6 mana star Phyrexian avatar. Completed Sarah Avatar's power and toughness are each equal to the difference between your starting life total and your life total. So so that works both ways, right? So if you've gained a lot of life, you'll have a lot of power and her power and toughness increases. If you lost a lot of life, her power and toughness increases. It's just that if you're at your starting life total, then she's dead. Whenever you lose life, each opponent loses that much life. Whoa! Whoa! That is super abusable. Because there's so many cards that are like, just pay X life, and then you just put your opponents down to 1. Okay. That card, it might hit danger. That might be an it danger card. When completed Sarah Avatar is put into a graveyard from anywhere, shuffle it into its owner's library. Okay, that's that. You know, for such a powerful effect, that actually probably is appropriate. I think for this, whenever you lose life, each opponent loses that much life. Maybe completed Sarah Avatar should be like 8, 9, or 10 mana or some crap like that. It's a Wall of Blood combo. It is a, what's it called? A Toxic Deluge combo, perhaps. Would using Tree of Perdition count as loss of life? I think it is. Someone specified the rules around that, and it was true. I think it is. Gain life first, then this card is dangerous with Aetherflux Reservoir, then Fling effects, or just any pay life effects. Go to 40 life, and then pay all your life down, and your opponent dies. 6 multicolor is a danger, but I appreciate that it's on the higher mana side for that second ability. I don't even think it's that high. 6 mana is like nothing today. It's totally nothing. Okay, I think this card needs to be way more mana. That second ability, it's interesting. And you know what? I think it'd be fair if this card was a higher mana cost. And I think it's really appropriate that you put this clause at the bottom when it's put in the graveyard from anywhere, shuffle it into its owner's library. So it's not so easy to cheat into play with, say, reanimation effects. Honestly, Nikachu, you're going to have to hope I notice which damn of the couple dozen defunct YouTube channels that YouTube decides to pick. What? Okay, P.S. the shuffling is a trigger and not replacement, so instant reanimation can get it. There's like only one instant reanimation, right? Goryo's Vengeance that we're looking at here. By all means, Goryo's that's a combo. If you Goryo's this thing onto the battlefield and then pay all your life, that's a 3-card combo. That's completely fine with me. I don't know. Let me all know in the comment section below if this card is even remotely. If this card is fair at 6 mana, I love all the abilities. It is so unique. It is so unique, but it's so danger. Okay, but your second card, Gix, Echo of the First. Okay, Gix Echo of the First is a 5-mana 3/3 Phyrexian Demon. And demons be demoning. First Strike and Shadow. Why? It's very funny because there's not many shadow creatures out there. So like what's blocking this thing? I guess what's it? Dothy Voidwalker? I guess Dothy Voidwalker is the most realistic one. And anyway, okay, so whenever Gix Echo of the First deals combat damage to a player, you may pay a black. If you do, look at that player's hand and choose a non-land card. Exile that card. You may cast it for as long as it remains exiled, and mana of any type can be spent to cast it. Okay, that's totally cool. Maybe the do the Nazguls have shadow? It's the shadow to kill all shadow creatures. How many shadow creatures have first strike? How many shadow creatures have 4 toughness? This thing will absolutely plow through every single shadow creature ever. Does one stop being a Praetor? I don't know about this flavor-wise. And that's interesting. Anna says, I finally catch a custom card stream since I missed the past few. Hopefully I can get a freebie at the end of the show. Definitely, Anna. There's already a few donations on the way there, thanks to Steve Cooper. Okay, next up, we got Majra. Thank you so much, Majra. What do you got here? Majra's back, by the way. A legend of the custom card show. So what are we looking up first? Hand of the Void. Not Chalice of the Void. Hand of the Void. And Minu Fond La Casse. Please read commentary. I wonder what the translation means. Okay, we're going to start off with Hand of the Void. What are the dimensions that people submit these and they come out really good? Okay, Hand of the Void is a 4 mana. Hold on, let me get this. Okay, hold on. You had some commentary here? I would have shown you Wise, but I can only show you 2 cards. The first card is inspired by a discussion video from That Mill Guy, and the sigil is the sigil of Wise, an OC of mine. Hand of the Void and Minu Afond Lacasse. I probably am mispronouncing that. Super sorry. Shout out to That Mill Guy. Okay, Hand of the Void, a 4 mana legendary enchantment. Whenever a player casts a spell, counter it unless that player pays 3. Okay, there is a card like that. There is an actual card like that. You need to increase the render size of exports from MSE for the larger size cards. Okay, and Steve Cooper says, my cards are 984 by 1372. Those are the best resolutions. Okay, so there's a card like this, something of the Void. Nether Void. Okay, so this is a take on Nether Void. Discard your hand and skip your next draw step. Exile this enchantment. Any player may activate this ability. Ah, interesting. So it's a means of getting rid of this enchantment when you have nothing else to lose. Or I guess you could have something to lose and you just want to get rid of it, period. I think that's a really cool idea. That's a really unique idea. Get rid of an enchantment. That's super annoying to everybody. But you have to empty your hand. Oh, so you know what? If you you can't even empty your hand so easily because it's all going to get countered. So basically you're like, okay, screw it. If I can't cast my cards, I might as well just discard all of them. Discard all of them, get rid of this enchantment, then start casting my cards afterwards. Fool, you've helped me combo into my Madness and Hellbent deck. Well, not so fast, a damn draws, because even when you cast something with Madness, you still have to pay the 3 mana. That's right. And if you don't, your Madness cards still get countered. Counters your own stuff too. Yeah. Whenever a player, just make sure you have uncounterable stuff. In response, I cast one with nothing. That's exactly what I wanted. You helped me pay my one with nothing. I didn't have black mana for my one with nothing. And now you've let me play my one with nothing deck for free. All right, next card. We got... How are we going to look at this card? Okay, we'll just look at it from here. Minuet, a Fond Lacasse. This is a 6 mana. It's a Sigil Battle. If it's neither day or night, it becomes night as this battle enters. No! Why? Why are we bringing day and night back? It's one of the worst of all time. As long as okay, so whenever it becomes night, draw a card. As long as it's night, whenever a player casts an enchantment, instant, or sorcery spell, create a 0/1 colorless star creature token with flying. Sorry, artifact token with flying. Sacrifice this battle. Creatures you control get +X/+X and flying until end of turn, where X is the number of enchantments, instant, or sorceries in your graveyard. So I don't get it. Why would we make this ability when it's a battle? Because we have to give this to somebody, right? So you would never... Or is it like if it ever gets sacrificed, it still flips? Is that how it works around here? Doesn't it flip? Shouldn't it have a second side to it? So I guess, okay, so I don't know. We don't know what the second side is. Maybe one day we'll see it. But anyway, this is just how it is right now. So it's incredibly expensive to give it to somebody. It's like whenever it becomes night, we draw a card. As long as it's night, you get stuff, and you can sack the battle to buff up all your stuff. Wait, is there a flip side for this battle, or does it just get destroyed if it loses counters? No sigils, yours to defend. Oh, this is your version of a battle, which is the sigil. I just looked at the battle part of it. All right then. Still not thrilled to see day and night back though. Day and night is it's an evil mechanic. It's pure evil. Should never have happened. If I was in charge of Wizards of the Coast, that never would have happened. Okay, Big Mike. You have a huge super chat for us, Big Mike. As always. Happy Wednesday. Got some silly ones. We got the Gold Scale Tyrant. Gold Scale Tyrant. And the Mercadian Mask. And $10 to donate. Thanks so much, Big Mike. Thank you so much for supporting the community. Okay, let's take... I'm interested in the Mercadian Mask one because I started playing around Mercadian Masks, and there wasn't really, like, the Mercadian Mask, you know what I mean? If you're in charge of Wizards of the Coast, Merfolk would be a tier 0 deck in every format. At least one format. You know what? I gotta make it look like I'm not that biased towards Merfolk. Okay, Gold Scale Tyrant is a 10-mana 5/5, affinity for gold and treasure tokens. Flying and trample. Sacrifice a gold or treasure. This creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn and create a junk token. So you, if you have like 9 treasures out, you get to play this for 1 mana, and you can sack all those treasures to like really blast your opponent in the face. Steve Cooper says it's Zybers. Do we have a Zybers? Do we have something that says Zybers? The flavor is great. I really like how this card works. So it's super cheap off of all the treasures, and then you can use said treasures to buff up your dragon. Definitely every dragon player would love this. Not to mention a lot of dragons, they're all about the treasure. Smog was born in treasure. I guess it turns the treasure into junk. Neat card to build around. You know, for a dragon deck, you just slap it in there. No build around necessary. The deck is already built. Seriously, please, Wizards of the Coast, we need enough kobolds to make a kobold deck. Well, that's why they made changelings. All right, I approve of this card. Okay, what's with the Mercadian Mask? Is this what it would look like? Okay, so we have a 3-mana artifact. Is this real? It says R&D test card. Okay, for 1 mana, target creature becomes your choice of a mercenary or a rebel, in addition to its other types until end of turn. That is... Oh, no. Target creature. Unfortunately, it doesn't affect the cards in the deck, which is probably where you really need it. For 3 mana, untap target mercenary and gain control of it. It gains haste until end of turn. Any player may activate this ability. And for 5 mana, put target rebel on the bottom of its owner's library. Its controller may draw a card. Is this real? This sort of looks like it's real. I'm going to level with you. This card is not very good. I mean, it's legal. It's completely legal. I would not want to give my... Like, I don't want to spend 5 mana to put my opponent's rebel card on the bottom of their library just so that they can go find it again. Another card with the rebel scum flavor. Is it? Is this like those masquerade ball masks? That's what it looks like. And that was the Mercadian mask symbol at the time. Yeah, dude, you are 100% right, Anna. It fits the power level of the time. Back then, oh my god, Mercadian mask was just full of junk. It was a very, 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 very junky set. Yeah, where Mercadian masks, the set was super underpowered. LOL, it's called Mercadian Mask for a reason. And it's not because it's good, it's because it's thematically relevant to the set. It is. They had mercenaries, they had rebels. So the mercenaries were a weird creature type where you could activate an ability to search out a card that had a lower mana cost, and the rebels were the opposite. You searched out cards that had a higher mana cost, which made the rebels better than the mercenaries, because the mercenaries were just, you're wasting mana to go find crappier cards, but the rebels always look for better cards. They didn't even have a Lin Civi of did they have a Lin Civi of mercenaries? I don't think so. So like so that was even worse. Okay, it's a huge flavor win, I suppose. Infinite mana could turn this into a one-sided board wipe. If your opponent has enough rebels and mercenaries, I guess. Who's playing rebels and mercenaries in 2026? As is right now. Okay, next up, we're going to go to Elixir. Thank you very much for your super chat, Elixir. ERA888. I wasn't fully aware that you stream at a different time now. Is this permanent? Have a good day. Yes! This is permanent. The show is now Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Spread the word. And I made a notification to Discord. I mention it every stream. I don't know what else I can do. You'll just figure it out over time. And frankly, I think I get a little bit more people in the morning. I definitely get a lot more people at night. Okay, you want ERA888. Oops, how do we get out of here? ERA888. And here we go. This is a 4-mana 2/2 golem. Oh, is this from a Disney movie? Looks Disney-like. If one or more counters would be put on another permanent, that many of each of those kinds of counters are put on this creature instead. Oh, wow! That is such an amazing card. It's like, so if anyone... Hold on, how does that work with Planeswalkers? So, like, if someone activates their Planeswalker ability, they still get the Planeswalker ability, but then the loyalty counter is going to go onto the Attractor Golem. Okay, it's called Attractor Golem for a reason. This Super Zybers. Yeah, counters for me, but not for thee. But also, like, all the counters just get attracted to this card. But remember, it also gets the bad counters, so you can get -1/-1 counters. That's not good. Loyalty counters can be put on creatures. They just don't do anything. That's correct. They can legally go. I'm just curious, though, is it a requirement of the Planeswalker to have the loyalty go up? Or is it just you just have to activate it and you get the ability, and then the loyalty just goes here? This ruins life gain decks, does it? I think life gain decks can still life gain. You just deal damage, right? This is a very, very cool, very original card. I'm actually almost surprised Wizards hasn't made something like this. Or like something like if one or more +1/+1 yeah, I don't know. Nah, this is fine. Just how it's worded. Screw it. If one or more counters would be put on another permanent, that many of each of those kinds of counters are put on this creature instead. I think it's really cool. This hits the field. No more Super Friends. I would run it. Technically speaking, it doesn't need the counters to go on. I think, yeah, it does. It needs to go on this card. It will go on this. Oh, you're talking about the Planeswalkers. Okay, that's a cool card. That's really fresh. Next up is your other card. Summoner's Choice. Is that like Dealer's Choice? 2-mana instant. Search target opponent's library for a creature card. You may put onto the battlefield under their control. If you do, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. Deals damage to equal to its power to any target. Then that player shuffles. So hold on. This could hit danger. Okay, at first, I think this is really cool if you don't have this, it deals damage equal to its power to any target, because what you're essentially saying is for 2 mana, you can dig through somebody's deck for a big creature and then just blast them off the face of the earth and kill them. Right? That's how I'm reading this thing. Yeah, I think you choose the target, which in fact makes it danger. I think it is a very danger card. If you know your opponent has like 10 mana cards, or 10 mana creatures, 8 mana creatures, everyone has like something that's big in their deck. All right, nobody has like dumb small things. Yeah, punished for running big dummies. But who doesn't have like a big dummy in their deck? Like, someone let me know if you don't have a card that doesn't cost 8 mana in your deck, because you only need 1. And then, so that person becomes very vulnerable. I think this is a much more interesting card if it's just search target opponent's library for a creature card and just put it into play under their control. So you can essentially tutor something for somebody. You know, it would be a super big politics card. Of course, it can be even a bigger politics card. You could say... okay, you know what? You could actually make it a little bit more fair. If you do, it deals damage equal to its power to a non-player target or something like that. The right question is, who tutors for a big dummy? I think it's you. It says search target opponent's library. You are the person who controls the card searches. Cheat out their phage and make them lose instantly. Oh no! They're dead instantly. Would be a good and gains that Iron Bully commander that has Leveler in their deck. So I think if it does a little bit, you have a little bit of tweaking here, this could be a super Zyberish card. But as is, I think it's overpowered because it's just a instant 2 mana, deal 8, deal 10 damage, and probably kill somebody with it type of card. Real question is, who dummies their own fatty? Do they have to shuffle afterwards? Then that player shuffles. They do. Good morning, Rodrigo. Okay, fun thing to do. Somehow cheat Phage into play face down to avoid triggering the ETB. Does it come into play face down? No, it just comes into play. Okay, so I think that this needs a little bit of work. I really like that idea of tutoring somebody else's creature in play. That's very original. Don't like the idea of blasting someone in the face with the same card. Game's gotta end, Kindred. Yeah, it's got that game's gotta end synergy to it. Or energy. You make your opponents prematurely cast the Oracle. They'll probably get it back in another way. Somehow, some way. Anyway, great idea. Next up, we got Thorn here. The footnote and studious first year. Let's look up footnote. Footnote is a 1 mana instant. Ooh, it's just creeping up on here. Can we make a... Let's see if I can make this thing a little bit smaller. Just to fit this one in here. There we go. Ugh. This is good enough. It's good. I think it's just good enough. Okay, so we've got... how do I do this here? Okay, footnote. For 1 blue, instant. If you don't control a clue, investigate. Otherwise, scry 1. Also, draw a card. Oh, so we can actually get 2 cards off of this. Ooh. What are the consequences of this? 2 cards. It's effectively 2 cards for 1 mana. Oh, I mean, you're going to spend 3 mana, I guess, to get 2 cards, but you can divide it up as you choose. You instantly get a card in the graveyard. You put an artifact on the battlefield. And only if you don't control a clue, which is weird. So if we already have a clue, we can't stack this. Yeah, paying 2 for cracking the clue. So if you have 3 mana at end of turn, you could like play this. You play footnote. You draw your card. And then you draw your card, and then you have your clue, and then you crack the clue. Jace stealing credit in the flavor, is it? The Bellerin theorem, despite frequent misattribution to J. Bellerin himself, is actually understood to be the work of a particularly irate wizard academic who encountered him. Okay, this is a perfectly legal card. Perfectly legal. What's the second card? We got Studious First Year. This is a 2 mana human wizard. So always a fresh new student every year. When this enters, investigate. Also pay 1, sacrifice a clue to draw a card. You love your clues! So you... isn't this just like a white version of what's it called? Thraben Inspector? This card probably could be 1 mana. Pay 1 sac. Oh, I see. The difference here is you actually now give all clues the ability to be sacrificed for 1 mana instead. No lesson or learning for a student? Well, not this one. The professor would approve. Yeah, so for the clue, shouldn't this be like a detective or something? Read, then reread. Fin Grinder says, of course, Harry's owl Hermione is always there too. Always. Is there an owl in the picture? I see no owl in the picture. Discounting all the clues with this creature puts it put in the clue decks. Correct. It is a fantastic card to put in those clue decks. For anyone that loves clues out there. So it's like Thraben Inspector, except it's more expensive up front, but all the clue sacrifices are more cheap on the back, which actually then has synergy with this card. So that footnote, it's just a 1 mana. It's strictly just a 1 mana draw 2 at that. Sorry, 2 mana draw 2 at that point. Okay, thank you very much for your cards. Next up, we've got 4 Paths to Life. Even more from the Doctor. You do you? Okay, even more from the Doctor. Okay, now I'm going to rearrange this thing. There we go. Oh, Dr. Wooburg is back. This is a 5 mana X legendary artifact. This is Dr. Wooburg's Geospatial Report. Now, it's a legendary artifact. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each different basic land type you control. So it can cost nothing. Dr. Wooburg's Geospatial Report enters with X page counters on it. And transcribe research whenever a land enters with a different name than each other land permanent. Put a page counter on the artifact. Publish report. Tap, remove up to 5 page counters from this artifact. Draw that many cards. That is a lot of cards. So tap, remove up to 5 page counters. Is that insane? Is this it? Is this card nuts? So it's like you can play this for, let's say you have all 5 land types in play. And you just tap 5 mana to put this into play for 5 mana, or for 5 page counters. And then next turn, no, immediately you can draw 5 cards, right? Isn't that just how this works? It doesn't even come into play tapped. Turns into Turbo Ancestral Recall? Sort of. You do have to sink a lot of mana into this thing one way or another. 5 mana, draw 5 with Domain. Could be a danger in Commander. Remember, it's still X, so if you have like 13 mana, you just sink X into it. It seems like it's very easy to pull this thing off. It is just a strictly better Stroke of Genius. Not only that, how does this work? Whenever a land enters with a different name. So it's like Stroke of Genius that doesn't cost 3 mana, and it can repeatedly draw more cards as you play more lands onto the battlefield. Probably a danger. This is probably an It Danger card. It's pushing the limits here. Works well with gate decks. Works well with just any ramp deck. Okay, what's the other card? The other one is Dr. Wooburg's Assistant. Well, we're working really far into the future here. This is some Kamigawa Neon Dynasty shiz. 3 mana for a 1/1 Artificer Advisor, hexproof. Dr. Wooburg's Assistant gains +1/+1 for each different basic land type you controls. 3 mana for a 6/6. Tap to add 1 mana of any color. Sacrifice an artifact. Search your library for a card that can produce Wooburg. Add it to your hand, then shuffle. You may only activate this ability once a turn. Okay, this is broken. The last one was pretty egregious. This is just broken. It's a 3 mana 6/6 with hexproof that can ramp and also tutors for the low cost of sacking a random artifact. I think this is unspeakably broken. Forgot to say domain. Maybe. So so legendary she doesn't have her own name. Legend has it that she might have a name, but she's just known as the assistant. Nitpick, but this assistant doesn't have a name? I suppose so. It's just known as the assistant. To us, look, maybe to Dr. Wooberg, they know her name. To us, we just know if that is her name. You're Dr. Wooberg's assistant. She loves Dr. Wooberg so much that she legally changed her name to Dr. Wooberg's assistant. All right, you can look at it. You can see it on her driver's license. You can also play her with 3 different colored chocolate. I know! It's beyond insane. This would see play in every format. Why does it have hexproof? There's no reason. It's just broken. Yeah, these were super broken cards. That might have been the point though. Okay, next up we got Kano. With Fever Pitch in Instigator? The Fever Pitch Instigator? And also we have Tomorrow for Sure. We'll look at the Fever Pitch Instigator first. 2 mana 2/2 Goblin Berserker. Haste, double strike, and burnout. Combat damage dealt by this creature causes you to lose that much life. Interesting. It's got very Jackal Pup vibes to it. And then at the beginning of each player's combat, you can pay a red. If you do, goad another target creature they control. It gets +2/+0 and gains burnout until end of turn. Wow. So we can goad people's creatures and make them lose life at the same time. I think this is a very unique mechanic. And I think it's clean, too. It's very intuitive. It's you deal damage to yourself. Oh my god, it's got double strike. So it's going to deal double the amount of damage to you. Oh, that's crazy. It danger for us. It danger for us, the controllers of this damn card. Okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, give it lifelink and problem solved. Then it just deals a neutral amount of life. Yeah, we won't lose anything. We don't gain anything. Interesting. A 2/2 with haste and double strike might be too strong. Not really, because by default, we're also hoofing ourselves for a bunch of damage. I'm burned out on Death Shadow. It's definitely a Death Shadow card. This is a creature without a type. It's a creature. It's a Goblin Berserker. It's got plenty of types. Okay, the next card. Tomorrow for Sure. This is take an extra turn type of card. Double blue, instant. You can't cast this spell unless it's your upkeep. Take an extra turn after this one. End the turn. Okay. You can't cast this spell unless it's your upkeep. Tectonic Nightmare is like, good job. I'm just trying to think, how do we break this card? Is it breakable? Yeah, if there was ever a time to make a time walk for 2 mana fair, it might be the upkeep. Procrastination card. So the only way to abuse this, it would be late in the game when you could play multiple spells during your upkeep and then play Tomorrow for Sure to just basically get another untap phase. Because you don't even draw a card off of this. You don't even get to your draw step. Yeah, you can cast other instants before it. It's basically 2 mana untap all your lands. Yeah, you get a bosun. Oh yeah, sorry. Untap all your lands and you get more upkeep triggers. Yeah, upkeeps. Get them upkeep triggers. Okay, do you know what? I've been sold. This card is legal. This can actually work. Might be good in Solitary Tide. I don't know what that deck is. So is this reset? Christopher B is like, we did it. We broke the Honden. Oh, the shrines. So you have to cast Tomorrow first, then your instants. Otherwise, all your instants get purged from the stack. No. You let all your instants resolve first. Like, you're still in your upkeep. Play instant resolve, play instant resolve, play instant resolve, then play Tomorrow for Sure at the end of all of it. I mean, you could play Tomorrow for Sure first, and then all the instants in response to it, but that seems completely unnecessary. Also tips your hand to what you're trying to do. Lets your opponents know you have a Tomorrow for Sure. in hand. In fact, it's on the stack. Okay, that works. It did not break the entire world open. Next up, we got Steve Cooper with a single card, but a bunch of donos. Thank you so much for your cards, Steve Cooper. Arcane Double Tap, version 1. When I hear Arcane, I'm hoping for the League of Legends movie. In this case, it is not. It's a 2-mana... Looks like some sort of physics. One is like a very predictable wavelength. The other one is very erratic. So this is an arcane sorcery. Choose one. The next time target creature becomes tapped, untap it. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains double strike until end of turn. These seem like two cards that are very far off from each other. So you can only choose one of these abilities. So it's like if it were to become tapped, untap it. And only the very next time. After that, everything else is worthless. Arcane killed League of Legends? I somehow doubt that. And then target creature gets +1/+0 and gains double strike until end of turn. I have no commentary on this card. It is a perfectly legal card. Surefire Cell says, what Nikachu is saying is just let all the instants you want to cast before it resolve off the stack first while holding priority before you cast tomorrow for sure. Well, yeah, like we just don't have to pass to our draw step yet. Like you're allowed to go to your upkeep, play spells, and then when it's all done, go to your draw step. You just say, I'm at my upkeep. I'm staying at my upkeep. Still in my upkeep. Until you've drawn your card. Still in your upkeep. Total Duck is like, is it me or is there a way to loop this? Probably not. I don't know how you're trying to. I don't know what you're trying to see here. Sometimes you just got to make draft chaff. Oh, you had that itch to make some draft chaff, huh? Tectonic Nightmare. So you kind of get a pseudo vigilance with tap untap trigger synergy or a pump spell. Seems fair to me. And Pedgeman with some more commentary on tomorrow for sure. Works great with Obeka, Splitter of Seconds, or other cards that give you upkeep later in a turn. Okay, maybe, yeah, maybe that'll work actually. Oh, then we might have broken tomorrow for sure. Did Draws asks, is there a card that gives instants and sorceries flashback? Absolutely. I still don't think this would break. I don't think it would break it though. Okay, and we'll donate those donos later in the show. Next up, we got Rose Kitty Uwu. Thank you very much, Rose Kitty Uwu. Gelvin, Robotic Manipulator. Robotic. And Token Gelvin, but years later. Or Gelvin. Oh, comma. Discord is a little bit specific sometimes. Gelvin! Where are you, Gelvin? Is it this thing? I can't find the Robotic Manipulator and Token Gelvin years earlier, but this thing is somewhat recent. Did you just post it? Gelvin Robotic Manipulator. Where are you, Gelvin? I don't really see Gelvin around here. I see this old Gelvin, the Gelvin Exalt Artificer. Rose Kitty! Explain yourself. One and Token Gelvin, but years. Okay, I'm gonna look up robotic. Look up Robotic Manipulator. Robotic Manipulator. No, I can't find anything, Rose Kitty. Did you post it properly? I don't see it. If anyone else knows where this card is, let me know. Well, if you can find it, Rose Kitty, you're still probably here, and we'll find it. Otherwise, I'll have to dig. This is Rose Kitty's posted things on the Discord. Rose Kitty knows what the Discord is. What if you reverse the order of steps and phases in a turn first? That would make it work too, although that would be weird because you would start the show with the thing tapped, all your stuff tapped. How do I find? Hold on, maybe Rose Kitty. From user, let's look up everything. Gelvin Robotic Manipulate. Why couldn't I find this? Okay, I found it. I guess the search function just sometimes just doesn't work. Gelvin Robotic Manipulator is a 4-mana, 2/3 human artificer, legendary artifact creature. Protection from robots and constructs, also ward 2. Hand of Control. For 4 mana, tap, create a legendary aura named Override Protocol attached to a robot or construct. What the hell? Oh, so okay, so we're going to take a look at what this thing is. I believe it's this card. This is the Override Protocol. It's an aura. It's enchant robot or construct. You control enchanted creature. That's powerful. Search feature can break if edited message. Ah, okay. Thanks for letting me know, Dimitri. That's super important. Okay, so we have so we can control the enchanted creature, and enchanted creature gains +1/+1 trample, ward 2, and whenever this creature deals combat damage, we get to draw a card. So we can steal robots and constructs, and we are not affected by robots and constructs. For 4 mana, this is a Grixis card. This Zybers with me. It's highly specific that this card isn't affected by the robots or constructs, though. That's funny. Bypassing Override, I am alive. Yes, you are back. Works well with stuff that gives a creature all creature types. Oh yeah, that's true. Steal all the changelings. They hacking my Morophon. Take that, Morophon, because everyone's on the same page. No, my Morophon can be stolen by the Gelvin Robotic Manipulator. So there is already a card, Mind Control, for 4 mana, and you can steal any creature. So this is just like a much more narrow Mind Control. I guess the way you would build a deck around this is you would play, what's that artifact called? It's like every creature, there's an artifact out there, every creature is that creature type. Or I can't remember if it's all creatures gain that creature type or if it's only your creatures gain that creature type. But I think there's an artifact out there where all creatures become a certain creature type. This one weird trick will give you all the robots. Urza hates them. Absolutely. Oh, it's Maskwood Nexus? Only your creatures? Damn. Yeah, Okay. Hear me out. We play Maskwood Nexus, name robots, but then we donate it to the opponent. And then we start stealing their creatures. That's a foolproof plan. Nothing will go wrong. So nothing can fail. Okay, next up. We'll take a look at... we're back to the 5-card people. We got Surefire Selves with the Restless Examiner. Very, very restless. Restless Examiner. Continuing to explore design space regarding the Swift ability mechanic I created a few custom card streams ago. So we've got a white... do we all remember there's a bingo card here? Are we missing anything here? Or nothing? We haven't missed anything. I don't know. You guys are in charge of this thing, not me. The people who need freebies, they should be paying more. They should be paying very close attention. Okay, we have a white 2/2 human detective with vigilance. It's pretty strong, actually. At the beginning of your upkeep, flip a coin. If you lose the flip, tap this creature. All right, it's not nearly as strong as I thought it was. And it also has Swift. For 2 mana, tap investigate twice. Then you may sacrifice a clue. If you do, draw a card. Activate only as a sorcery. I swear I hear dripping. No, it's just the heater making some noise. Okay, Swift. 2 mana, tap, investigate twice. That's a lot of investigating. Then you may sacrifice a clue. If you do draw a card, activate only as a sorcery. So basically only 50% of the time. Bingo, we did this already, did we? I don't think we did this one. My guy needs coffee. Crew, we have an order. Good morning, Yu-chan. So the idea is this is a clue generator. Oh, you know where this would go? What this would go with? It would go with the custom card that says the clues cost only 1 mana to crack. So we pay 2 mana to make our clues, and we spend 1 mana to crack them. I forget what investigate does every single time. Investigate just says make a clue. Wow, finally something I know that the chat doesn't. I'm happy about that. It's usually all these mechanics like whenever it's like goad or what's the other one? Melee. I don't know those mechanics perfectly by heart, but the clue I do. Yeah, that clue discount combined with training grounds for free clues. Free is great. There are at least 2 cards that reduce clue cost as is. Well, we need more of them. Okay, so Restless Examiner. Cool card. You know, honestly, I don't know if you need to flip the coin. I think it would be, I honestly don't think it's crazy to just have this 1 mana 2/2 vigilance creature that every turn you can pay 2 mana and tap and make a bunch of clues. It's very mana intensive. The clues cost 2 mana to crack. The clues cost 2 mana to create. That's pretty mana intensive. I don't think you need the coin flipping thing. The coin flipping thing is unnecessary. I think it would be better without the coin flipping thing. It's not even clear to me that it'd be broken with the coin flipping, without the coin flipping thing. So I'm gonna say I improved a card here. It's a 1 mana 2/2 vigilance at base. Yeah, how is that broken? Is that broken in 2026? I don't think so. We need more 1 mana 2/2s. You get a draw for free in his ability already. Is it? You may activate you if you do. Oh, because you draw the card. Okay. You know what? You know what? You know what? I believe you. I believe you. It's a good idea. Hold on, give me a sec. I swear I hear dripping in the background here. There is dripping. It's coming from the window? Yeah, there's like a leak coming through my balcony door. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I just had to invest. I just keep hearing these drippings, and like, is it coming from my roof? That doesn't sound good. Yeah, someone get a counterspell. Sounds like Nikachu's got a mana leak over there. Mana leaking like crazy. It's never happened before. I don't even know where the water's coming from. Okay, next up. Actually, what's next up? Hold on. Next up, we've got the damn draws with the Doppel Goblin. Let's Doppel Goblin it up. Is it like a goblin clone? Doppel. Oh, I spelled Doppel wrong. Doppel Goblin. 3 mana for a 2/2 with haste and stat cycling for 3 mana. Stat cycling is an ability where you discard this card, search your library for a creature card with the same power and toughness as the discarded card, reveal it, and put it in your hand, then shuffle. That's Cybers. I think that's really cool. So when this creature enters, you may pay 2 mana. If you do, this creature becomes a copy of target creature. It also gains haste. So when this creature enters, you can pay 2. If you do, creature becomes a copy. It's like this is it's a very funny card. So enters, pay 2 extra, so we paid 5 mana. Becomes a copy of target creature and it gains haste. So it's a 5 mana clone. Does that not break the color pie completely? A tutor for any 2/2. I wonder what the best target for that would be. Well, it's got to be in a red deck. Well, I mean, of course you could splash other colors and so on. The background is dripping with excitement for your card. Terrible Tres Espada. We'll take a look at that card later. The only problem with this card is it breaks the color pie. This is not a very red-like thing to do. Put it in put it in planar chaos and then it would be fine. Is there a red mana rock for 3 that can be a clone? What? I don't think so. Finally, Grizzly Bear Tutor. Yeah, there's a lot of good Grizzly Bears out there. A lot of hate bears out there. Yeah, it's transmute, but with the power and toughness instead of CMC. So I really like that part of it. I mean, like, okay, 5 mana for a clone. There's not going to be anything wrong with that thing. It's never going to be wrong. It's something mirror. Yeah, it's basically a mirror. Okay, we got super chats. We got 2 freebies from Big Mike. We got 2 freebies from Steve Cooper. And of course, Pedgeman is right there with... What was your card, Pedgeman? I've missed your card all of a sudden. Where is he? Okay, you want this one. I'm sure this is a card. Okay, the background is dripping with excitement for Haribel Tres Espada. Okay, let's look up Espada. What is this thing? Okay, let's look up Haribel Tres Espada. I gotta shift things around in the background to see the full power of this thing. Haribel Tres Espada is a 5 mana, 4/4. It's an Aaron-Carr Shark Warrior. First strike and trample. You don't lose unspent blue mana as steps and phases end. Haribel gets +1/+1 for each unspent blue mana you have. And for quadruple blue, exile Haribel, then return her to the battlefield transformed. Activate only if there are 3 or more creature. Only if 3 or more creature died this under your control this turn. Think that's an it grammar mistake. If I understand correctly. But maybe Pedgeman did that on purpose. Pedgeman knows grammar. Okay, it transforms into the Haribel Grek Shark, a 6/6. Double strike trample. If you would lose unspent mana, that mana would become blue instead. Haribel gets +1/+1 for each unspent blue mana you have. And whenever an opponent casts a spell, add blue. I have no idea how good or bad this card. So I can float all my blue mana. And with all that blue mana floating, I can use it to like transform this thing. It turns into a double strike trampler. Well, it's a pretty expensive card, no matter what. And it gets +1/+1 for each unspent blue mana you have. So I have to just keep floating mana. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, add a blue. Oh, that part sounds broken. Opponent casts spells, I get mana, which makes this card that much bigger. Okay, I think that sounds pretty a danger to me. Okay, who else wants freebies? We're in free. It's freebie time. Bingo 5+ card types. All right, we got another one there. No, we already got one. The bad grammar. Can't have more than one. Okay, we'll have Bingo Dono to Pedgeman. No, we don't have. They got rid of that on here. There's no more Dono to Pedgeman. Uh-oh. Are we too big to shrink this down a little bit? There we go. Everything is good and right in the world now. Anna wants a freebie. Yes, the amp. All right, let's go look up the amp. You get a super chat sound effect too. Okay, the amp is a 3 mana legendary equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. When equipped creature deals combat damage to a blocking or blocked creature, it deals 1 damage to each other creature its controller controls. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. Equipped creature deals combat damage to a blocking creature, or a block creature deals 1 damage to each other creature its controller controls. That's crazy! Oh my goodness. It's like no point in blocking, period. Then you just snipe everything down. Completely. It all gets gunned down. I think that's fair, though. So basically, just don't block me. It's very harsh versus the token decks. Token deck want to block, token deck going to be dead. Everybody wants freebies around here. Okay, hold on, but we have another, okay. Wasn't this Anna's? Who's the card that we just looked at here? This is Anna's. You got it. Well, apparently, Anna, you have another one. Jack Solaris has donated to you. So you have a second card. Let me know. Okay, we're going to give away 2 more donos to... Mercenary, did you have a card? Yohei. You do have a card. Good God! What the hell did you make? This is a Dimitri card. This is Wooburg and 7 mana, so a total of 12. It's a Spirit Dragon, or a Dragon Spirit. 12. Yeah, it's a 12 mana 12/12. Void Cast. You may cast this spell from outside the game. But that's not all. It's got Flash, Flying, Trample, Haste, Vigilance. When this is cast from exile or from outside the game, each player puts the top 7 cards of their library into their hand, then puts a colored legendary creature from their hand onto the battlefield. Those creatures entering deal damage equal to their base power to each planeswalker and non-legendary creature on the battlefield. When this is exiled or goes outside the game, each opponent skips their next untapped step and loses 7 life. You gain life equal to the life lost this way, and tap down any number of permanents your opponents control from the life gained this way. This is crazy. That's a lot of cards. I read it. I don't understand it though. But there is one good thing. It hits the bingo. It was it's a 10 plus 10 or greater. Aha! Huzzah! Chris Ruiz like, stop randomly capitalizing things. You seem to notice this better than I do. And mark down wordy card space again. Well, we've already done that one. It's very Yu-Gi-Oh text. Okay, okay, Dimitri wants a dono as well. Okay, we'll get it's Dimitri's picks for donos. You get 1. Okay, this card is called the Chrysogrim. It's an 8 mana equipment. Equipped creature gets +9/+1, and each attack is counted 4 times. This is not 4 different attacks. Equipped for 5. I don't get this card. So it's a 9/1, and each attack is counted 4 times. This is not 4 different attacks. Isn't it just like... This is just a weird... Why is it worded like this? Is it like quadruple strike then? I think that's what it's trying to imply. It's quadruple strike. It's not double strike. It's not triple strike. It's quadruple strike. Yeah, quadruple strike at normal combat speed. That is correct. How expensive? It's a very expensive card. So do you know what? Quadruple strike actually makes a lot of sense here. I think it's whenever attacks trigger 4x. Gains... oh, that's possible actually. Maybe it's like whenever this attacks, trigger this card 4 times. Okay, referencing Symphony of the Night, each normal attack is 4 hits. I don't know. I'm not familiar with Symphony of the Night. Oh, this is a Castlevania reference. Asian Knight seems to like this card. Okay, I can sort of get behind. This is a very expensive card. Very expensive card. So I can sort of get behind it. Sort of. Next. Christopher B never is on a show like this. Christopher B is like never here for custom card shows. Shadow of the Colossus. Let's give a donation to Christopher B. Okay, Shadow of the Colossus. Dorman as 1. Sort of looks cute, actually. It's a 6 mana 16/16. It is a god giant. I didn't know, Christopher B. You are also at your heart, you are another Dimitri. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each colorless card in your graveyard. Hexproof and indestructible. As long as there are less than 16 creature cards in all graveyards, Dorman as 1 isn't a creature. And for 1 mana, exile X colorless cards from a single graveyard. Return target non-land permanent card from a graveyard with mana value X to the battlefield under your control. No, not that. What? Well, that's it. That's the one you named. That's your freebie. You're gonna have to wait for next. You're gonna have to wait next time. Bingo, 10/10 or greater. We did that one. We did the 10/10 or greater. Is there anything else that we've missed here? It is more than 10 mana. So we got that. These cards are getting expensive. You don't remember your own cards, Christopher B? Well, you're not proud of this big clunker. As long as there's less than 16 creature cards in all graveyards, Dormant as 1 isn't a creature. Okay, so it actually requires a little bit of getting online or whatever. So yeah, you have to get this card online. Otherwise, it doesn't do anything. It's just a big bump on the log. For one mana, exile X colorless cards from a single graveyard. Return target non-land permanent card from a graveyard with mana value X to the battlefield under your control. So it's like a very expensive. You picked Shadow of the Colossus the last and not the first, huh? Oh, there's a lot. Oh, there's tons of these Shadow of the Colossus cards. Okay, hold on. Okay, what was Christopher B's? Very specifically. Let me look. I'm gonna get you the real card. Shadow of the Colossus the first. Okay, you want the you have so many of these. After 6 years, you gave in. Okay, I found the first one. All right. Make your cards a little bit more unique. Just call it Valis the Minotaur, damn it. That's all you had to do. Okay, Valis the Minotaur. 6 mana, 3/5 giant Minotaur. Trample. Whenever combat damage is dealt to an opponent, put a +1/+1 counter on Valis the Minotaur. Pay 1, discard a colorless giant or land card. Valis gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. We're discarding a giant or a land card, so making some great use out of our lands. We're flooding out, but doing what we're flooding out to protect Valis the Minotaur. All right, that card is very legal. Nikachu can't read. No, I read. But anyway, we have it's been renamed to Nikachu misinterprets a card. Excellent game to reference. Not familiar with it. Yeah, so not reading the super chats won't count. Also, it has nothing to do with reading this. Look, I looked up the card. There was a million different cards with the same front. I didn't know it was so specific. I would expect that you guys just name your cards Valis the Minotaur instead of like a series card. Okay, we have a lot of donations still here. Okay, we have one for Anna. I saw that Anna had posted something here. Anna's very grateful for the donation. Very, very grateful. So we're gonna look at Necromancy Master. Please read the post before the card. Necromancy Master. Okay, this is a callback to my Behold series from a while back. Nikachu asked to expand on the Behold a Creature, Get a Creature idea. So here's a card based on his suggestion on the previous card, Necromancy Master. Okay, so we've got... This is a 5 mana 2/4 human wizard. When this creature enters, you may behold any number of non-token zombies. If you do, create an XX blue and black zombie creature token with menace, where X is the number of cards beheld. You may choose a non-token zombie you control or reveal a zombie card from your hand. So this is just like the Lorwyn Eclipse mechanic, right? It's not particularly different. Because Ruby is like, I've made a million custom cards. I just hate rendering. Okay. So you just keep them to yourself, do you? When this creature attacks, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Ooh. What sucks is you don't gain as much life as the life lost this way. You only gain 1. Okay, hold on. When this creature enters, you may behold any number of non-token zombies. If you do, create an XX blue and black zombie token with menace, where X is number. Okay, so if we, so for as many zombies as we can show on the battlefield, and I guess in our hand, is it the same thing? Behold was Tarkir Dragonstorm. Okay. We get a big zombie. Actually, I would love to have something like that, but for Merfolk. Where I can just reveal all these Merfolk. Okay, here's the 6/6 Merfolk with maybe Island Walk or something like that. I could get behind that. Cool card. Okay, Jack Solaris. Dono for Christopher. Another one for Christopher B. Christopher B getting a lot of love today. Christopher B, do you have another card? Frankly, we already gave Christopher B another card, but Christopher B can have another one. Okay, which of your, like, millions of, what's it called? Which of all your series of Shadow of the Colossus did you want? Which one? Shadow of the Colossus. Which one this time? Save it for next time? No, you got to use it now. If you don't use it, I'm gonna burn it on Solfim. Solfim can get a donation. You know, frankly, I gave you 2 cards. I am gonna give this one. Okay, I'm gonna give you something Solfim, but you want this? Okay, we'll give the second one here. All right, is this the second one? This is the second one. We got Quadratus the Bull. A 9-mana 7/10 giant ox with trample. Whenever combat damage is dealt to an opponent, you may draw a card. And for 1 mana, discard a colorless giant or a land card. Quadratus the Bull gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. You know who you remind me of, Christopher B. You remind me of Winter Fox that made a lot of colorless cards. These aren't snow cards necessarily, but you know that was a Winter Fox thing. A lot of colorless cards. Yeah, we did the first and last of the Shadow of the Colossus. Now we did the second one. Whenever combat damage is dealt to an opponent, you may... Wow, that's interesting. Anybody. So if anyone deals any damage to anybody, to your opponents, you get to draw cards. You're going to cash in on that. I like that ability, actually. And for a 9-mana card, it might as well be like that. Okay, I will give you one, Solfim. And this will be the end of today's show. Jar of Tributes. Jar of Tributes is... Oops, where am I going? Okay, Jar of Tributes. It's an artifact with no mana cost. That's excellent. How do you cast this card? Even if you want to pay for it, you can't pay for it. If an opponent would choose a card in your hand, well, this card is in your hand, they must choose a card named Jar of Tributes instead if able. Okay, so it's like Thoughtseize. So if they Thoughtseize you, they have to take the jar. Whenever you discard this card from a spell or ability an opponent controls, draw 2 cards. So we aren't even trying to cast this card. We don't want to. Whenever you discard this card as part of the cost of a spell or ability, draw a card. This card, is it broken? I would bet. So hold on. So if I draw 2 cards from Faithless Looting and I have to discard 1 and I draw a card off of this, I draw 3. This is broken. Okay, I've determined that this card is broken. It's a whole new meaning to Hand Trap. I think this card is broken because if you intentionally played it in your own deck that discards cards, all of a sudden any discard thing is just a bonus. It turns it into super positive. So if I understand this correctly, if I play Faithless Looting to draw 2, discard 2, I'll end up drawing 2, discarding 1 because I end up drawing another one to replace it with. So I effectively drew... I guess I draw 3, discard 2. That's how it would work. How many cards are there that let you cheat out no mana artifacts? There's a few of them. Good. There's like a card that like tutors X mana artifacts onto the battlefield. Your opponent has to make you discard it. Not the last one. Whenever you discard this card as part of the cost of a spell or ability. Oh, it has to be a cost. Well, that's still fine, actually. So even as a cost, there are cards that like pay this card, discard a card, and you draw a card anyway. Yeah, cheating the card out is worthless. It has no abilities unless it gets discarded. It needs to be discarded. Yeah, you could cascade into it. You don't really want it. You don't want it on the battlefield. Unique card. Okay, maybe the third ability is not broken. It would probably see some play though. I like the first 2 though. Protection. You've activated my hand trap. All right, that's it for today. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here today. Of course, remember, new times, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, especially for you custom card show people, and Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for the Night Gang. We're also gonna thank everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat so other people are part of the show, so they can get their custom cards on the show. And of course, thanks to everybody who submits cards every single day. We got people like Pedgeman, Mercenary, Jess has been here the entire time. We got Titanic Nightmare, The Damn Draws, of course, Steve Cooper, Little Dead Fly, Adaptus, Christopher B. Christopher B now contributing to the custom card shows. Usually Christopher B not here. Ryan Harris, Jeff, The Damn Draws, Jeff, got Anna, and many more. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing those coffees, and we are going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.